Okay, so as we head into 2025, I've already had lots of people reaching out to me for diet advice. And what I'm not going to do is give you guys diet advice. I think it is the stupidest thing going around. I just don't want to give you bad information. I don't want you guys to start to feel bad about yourself. And it's not maintainable when you're looking for a quick fix. So what I am going to do instead is I'm going to give you guys some skills slowly over the next few weeks that you can implement into your life that is going to improve your overall physique and is maintainable. So over the last few years, you guys know my life has been crazy, but I still have always been able to maintain a basic physique. This is me at the moment at the most body fat that I've ever been, probably in the last 15 years. So I'm currently sitting just under 20% body fat, which is high for me because my happy place is 13. Okay, so what am I going to teach you that is really going to change your life? These few skills, if you learn, and yes, eating well is a skill. Okay, nobody teaches us how to eat well or the basics of what to do 80% of the time to be able to maintain good health. So I'm going to show you some of these things so that you can implement them and sustain them, and they're going to go with you for the rest of your life. Once you know them, you can't unknow them. So the first thing that we are going to talk about is the importance of protein. Protein are the building blocks of our entire bodies. And if you're the type of person who's like, I don't want to eat too much protein because I don't want to get bulky, you're just stupid. Honestly, I know that's a bit harsh, but protein is the building blocks of all the hormones in the body, the muscles. It helps with repair. It keeps your hair, your nails healthy. Protein does everything. So the first skill we're going to learn is how to get more protein into our day. So I'm just going to tell you guys 3 things that you can do that are going to change your life completely. Protein is the first thing. So we're going to base all of our meals around protein. I want you guys to think about, just keep everything you're doing right now the exact same, and just think to yourself, when I'm creating my meals, what is my protein portion of this meal? So if you're having just a pasta with sauce, where's the protein portion of that? Pasta's great, especially as post-workout. It's going to spike your glucose though if you're not doing anything else. And you don't have anything in there to help build and maintain your body and your lean mass. So where is the protein coming from? So practice with each meal, figuring out where protein's coming from. So that is skill 1 that you're going to learn. You're not going to change anything you're doing this week. All you're going to do is start thinking, where is my protein coming from? And if you don't know how much protein you should be having, there's lots of educational sites and stuff that can tell you exactly what you need. But basically what I did was I just downloaded MyFitnessPal, got a free trial for a little bit so that I could see the foods that I was eating, exactly how much protein, or like, were they actually a high protein meal? And you also probably want to start your day with the most amount of protein. So I found this from a tip from Tim Ferriss way back in the day when he wrote The 4-Hour Body, that starting your day with at least 30 grams of protein is really going to set up the rest of your day. It stops glucose spikes throughout the day. It subsides your hunger and increases satiety hormones, and it helps you feel really full and really Okay, so the second skill that we're going to learn is we're going to learn to eat until we're full. I know this seems like a really simple concept, but it's actually pretty difficult. So I even don't do this very well all the time. In life, we are rushing around. We skip meals by accident. So this isn't timed eating or anything like that. We skip it by accident because we're so busy, then we overeat later, or we're eating the wrong kinds of food, which make peaks and troughs in our energy, or we overeat in a meal and then we purposely undereat in the following meals because, again, we are punishing ourselves. Or we're dipping in energy and then we're eating way more again to compensate for overeating and the energy spikes as well. So that's going to be the next thing, is just slow down your eating. Sit down with people. Have water in between bites so that it allows your body to register that you are feeling. Okay, and the last skill we're going to learn is actually understanding how fat loss happens. So weight loss is the loss of muscle, water, and fat. That is not the same as fat loss. Fat loss happens through a caloric deficit, meaning that the amount of calories we're putting in is less than the amount of calories that we are burning. But we want to make sure that we're eating the right type of calories and that so that we're not burning our muscle or using our muscle as well. And that's where protein is really important, because the more protein you consume, the easier it is to maintain your muscle mass. Anyway, we're not going to change anything, but what we are going to do is we're going to do two things. We're going to focus on our NEAT movement, that is non-exercise activity thermogenesis. That means any movement that is not specifically exercise, we're going to increase that. That's going to increase our metabolic rate throughout the day. The second thing we're going to do is we're going to focus on building muscle, because that will increase our resting metabolic. That is our resting metabolic rate. So those kinds of things are going to increase it, meaning that we're burning more energy. The more muscle mass we have, muscle actually burns more energy than fat. So the more muscle we have, the higher our resting metabolic rate. There are other things that you can do and, that also increase our resting metabolic rate. But for these basic things, this is all we're going to focus on. So number one, we are focusing on where's our protein coming from, because we want to be strong and healthy. Number two, we're going to practice what it feels like to us to feel full. Skill number two. Skill number three is understanding what weight loss is, that we're going for fat loss, and how to achieve it even when we're not exercising and not punishing ourselves. So if we focus on those three things just for this 1 week and we master these skills, they can stay with you for life. So if you master these things and keep them as part of your life forever, that's going to make a huge difference to your everyday. And it's no kind of fad diet. And it's not going to give you a quick fix, but it's also, if you stop doing those things, it's not going to dramatically make weight go back on, so to speak. So those are three skills that are really important. So I'm just about done. I don't even know why I'm doing my makeup. I'm about to go to the scooter park with the kids, and I'm going to just play with them to get in some NEAT movement. That is non-exercise activity thermogenesis, for those of you guys who are playing along at home. I already did my movement this morning. I did 5Ks in zone 2 fat burning movement, and then I did some calisthenics and some weights. So that's me done for today. I hope that helps you guys. Have a good day.